Namaste everybody and welcome to Apinya Yoga. I am Apinya. This video is one probably of the two videos that are going to be a part of the end of the year. I even want it to be the end of the decade of my life. I follow a person that I respect her very much, and she suggests her subscribers to take the time to do the decade in review and write down everything that we are proud of throughout the past 10 years. And I really love this so much because I want to talk about this topic for so long, and I tell myself that I don't want it to come out negatively, depressed, or not uninspired. It's like it has no hope or no way out. I want it to be positive. I want it to be inspired. I want it to be something that if any mom out there come here and watch and she can feel like she can deal with this, the postpartum depression, right? And when I wrote down all the things that I was proud of, there are two of them which actually were the challenge that I kind of out of the blue receiving and didn't prepare for it. One of it was the Bell palsy. I had the Bell palsy in 2013. And then when I had the postpartum depression, it was around at the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018. And two of them are like the very top of the list of what I am so proud of myself. And also this person said, just when we wrote down all the things that we are very proud of, just pick the most proud of all of them. And yes, the thing that I am so proud of, it was about me dealing with postpartum depression, and I came out alive. I want to talk about postpartum depression because I ran into a video of a father talk about his wife postpartum depression, and it's not in her life, she in her life because of it. Like some of you probably will wonder how come a person end up like killing him or her, no, killing herself because of the postpartum depression. I will be surprised myself if I didn't go through it personally, and mine came very close to that. So, but as you can see, I'm still here alive, and I survived the postpartum depression. It was tough, it was intense, it was dark. I felt hopeless, I feel shameful, but I got myself through it. So let me tell you what was happening. When I had the postpartum depression, like the very peak, the very darkness of the whole thing was that I had this thought of killing myself because I feel so frustrated, I feel so anxious. Everything went wrong to me after I gave birth. And on top of that, everything about me take good care of myself went blank. I used to be a person that regularly take care of my physical body. Like I do yoga regularly 2-3 times a week. I meditate every night. I cook food mindfully. I read, I write, I chant, I draw, and all of them were gone after I gave birth. And it was so frustrated, like I could not find any part of me in that situation. It's gone. And I was not ready for that. I was not ready to be a mother that take care of a beautiful human being, but nobody take care of me. But I cannot have any piece of myself. That is one thing. And on top of that, everything about the baby, for new mom, it just gave me anxiety. Like she choked, she didn't sleep well, on and on. When she got sick, it's like, what am I supposed to do? She could not communicate, and that's actually something that I never had to experience, is to be with somebody that's something going on with her life and she has not know where to talk about, and I have to guess. So those gave me anxiety. The lack of sleep was major. It's actually, I realized that it's one of the most important things that make postpartum depression became so intense. Beside, the hormones in the body just fluctuated. And the reason I said that, because when I shared this story with one of my friend and student, and she was a mother, she went through postpartum depression, she said to me that, you know what, Apinya, some country, when they capture the prisoner, when they want to torture them, what they do was just to keep them awake and don't let them go to sleep. And just to do that, we will make them go crazy. And I had this like light bulb bling, this light up, and thought, yeah, I became someone that I could not recognize it. Like how dark I became, how frustrated, how angry, how upset, how like giving up I became. I was never that person, ever. And even though I have the knowledge also, like when I went through Bell palsy, I brought a lot of knowledge from the Buddhism teaching up onto the surface and can deal with that challenge so much at ease. But with Bell palsy, but with postpartum depression, it was on the other side of the spectrum. I could not help myself. And at one point, my body gave up to my mentality, anxiety, like my chest closed, my diaphragm just feel like it could not expand. I could not breathe fully. Normally, I feel like my lung, it used to be like this size when I inhale, now it's like this size, and I cannot push that wall and expand further, and I felt like drowning. When I had the thought about killing myself, I was like, oh man, this is, when everything's go tough, I'm like, I just want to end all this frustration. That is one thing. But when I had these thoughts of killing my daughter, I wanted to kill myself even more. The shame came out from that. When I heard that words, the shame is just so overwhelming. I felt hopeless. I felt like, what's wrong with you, Apinya? Why do you even have that kind of thought toward a human being that it's so little and cute and beautiful? What's happening? How can you gonna go out there teaching yoga and act normal like nothing happened when you had that kind of thought in the back of your head? Why do you turn into a bad person? Like I shame myself even further, more on top of those noise that just like pop out of in the air just because of the frustration and anxiety and the lack of sleep, and it became crazy and my hormone just went all over the places. I was like, please, can I just end this, girl? Can I just end it? However, the reason that I am still here and sitting and being alive today, because those noises, I did everything in my power to tell myself, Apinya, you knows about this. Those noises are not you. You have been dealing with them before. You can feel yourself soulfully, spiritually separate from those thoughts. Right. You did that many times. This one is exactly the same thing. Don't attach yourself into those thoughts and believe in those thoughts and think that you are that thought. You are not that. That survival thing, it just come to save me. And that is the knowledge I learned over and over and over, and I saved myself from like being hard on myself, from not taking good care of myself, to just like, okay, step back, listen to that noise and do something about it. Do something about it is to love myself, to feel my soul and to feel my heart and know that truthfully, yeah, those thoughts, they're not me. So how did it happen? Where did it come from? What's going on around me? So I just take my times and I kind of look through the challenge and the stress situation that's happening around having a baby and don't have time for myself. So I kind of write down all of those things, like which I told you earlier, the thing that I didn't get a chance to do it any longer for myself. I did not have enough sleep. I did not have time to take a shower, cook food. What am I supposed to do? So I know that I need to do something toward my sleep as soon as possible. And if I can get somebody to take care of Taya an hour or two or more, so I can have some time for myself to breathe and contemplate and kind of collect it and come back to myself, it may be helpful. So I reached out to my husband's parents. When they heard the story of me, they like give us your daughter because they are my grandkid. We will help you through this. So they jump in and take care of Taya on Tuesday and Thursday, and they actually still doing it right now, and I cannot be any more grateful for that. So when I have those Tuesday and Thursday, and I can really like do things around the house without in the back of my mind worry about her, have that time to, okay, start to put the yoga into my routine slowly, gradually, to have time to take a deep breath. And when I exhale, I can like sink into my body. It's helpful. And that is kind of calm down my mental anxieties. When it's come to the mental anxiety, there are more things that I actually did. The other thing I did that I know is helpful was I went swimming like crazy within a week. Within the first week when I like make a decision to change things, I like swim 3 times, and then the week after I also swim 3 times. And I have to tell you to let the heart breathe, let the heart beat very fast and send out the hormone that make you feel happy, is actually help to kind of let my body calmer. It's help, I don't want to say it help quiet my anxiety. And the reason that's happening, I know, is because the hormone of the stress has been kind of stopped doing it, but the hormone that made me feel alive and vibrant and happy has been pushing out from the exercising. That's why exercising is important, especially when you have to do the cardio and you have to let your heart beat very fast. Like you just have to catch your breath. You need that. I also went to see a Ayurvedic practitioner, and he gave me 2 things. One of them didn't work. The other one worked well enough to kind of calm my like it just cut the frequency of my brain, because I train it since the beginning of my birth up until 6 months to be anxious, and it's almost like the frequency of my brain is just vibrates so intensely, uh, regularly, and it just never stopped. And I just wanted to be able to just calm down and just move slowly, and that, like, that supplement was make my brain kind of stop or vibrate in that very intense frequency. It was not the best thing I which I should do, but it's the best thing enough and right at the time, and I need very little, like for only a week, to let my mind kind of calm, and then I can fall to sleep. On top of that, right, I take care of my sleep, I take care of my exercise, I give myself times, I take this supplement for a week. I actually talking to people about it. I was very open and very loud about what happening in me. I told them the truth. Actually, the mothers that take my yoga classes, they look at me with so much love and understanding, and you know what, I felt supported, I felt belong. I don't feel like a bad person. They didn't even like look, their eyes is full of love and understanding, and I was so, my body just relaxed, and those shame that was in my head was just like gone, and just like can float away from my system. And they just said to me, your situation, just, we understand, we knew, we went through this, you are not crazy, you are not a bad person, it's nothing to be shameful about, it's nothing to be hopeless about. And many of them even share the stories that make my story feel so much smaller, like the challenge was like this, and they still standing in front of me, survive. And I said to myself, you know what, I will survive this. And surely I did. I have to say, by that day that I commit to take care of myself, to talk it through, to exercise, to do yoga regularly. And those Tuesday and Thursday give me that time to come back to myself. Like, I pick up the yoga regularly in that week on Tuesday and Thursday, and just to have that moment to come back to myself. And Taya start to sleep much more sounder, like she just sleeps, she doesn't wake up anymore. At nighttime it's become more peaceful. I had a chance to contemplate, like I had a chance to think about what is just happening. Because before then it's like just go, things just happen, and I have this anxiety, just keep going, and then I have to go to sleep and got back up and just have go, and anxiety. Like I never have a chance to step back and look at the picture and just like, oh, it's because of that, oh, it's because of the, oh, it's because of I didn't breathe, oh, it's because I didn't sleep. So I just pile up all of this problem on top of myself, and I can understand why. I just feel like, oh my god, how am I supposed to go through this? Why why it's all happening to me? I feel so like helpless. You can see that, right? But when I have the times, when I have the exercise, when I have the sleep, slowly, gradually, who I am that I know start to show up. I start to feel myself again. And interestingly enough, I have to tell you though, the healing takes time. Even though I know that I will not go into that darkest place again, I still in this realm of darkness. But I kind of see the light and walk toward the light slowly. And the journey of healing this anxiety, this unhealthy, this kind of, go this way and now it go up this way. It takes time. It takes about, to me, 6 more months. And I remember, if it's not more, I just don't know exactly, but I know like altogether it's a year. And the day that I can tell myself I am healed from the problem, I knew. And I talked to a friend who was actually looking at me, and she said, "Wow, you look different." And I told her I felt completely myself. I I am healed completely from the postpartum depression. And it was, and I am proud of that. So just to go back into what I did say earlier, like I am so proud of this decade. I am so proud of not giving up to that darkest time in my life. I don't give up my life. I don't give up my health. I don't give up my love to myself. And I work diligently. I fight diligently. I give myself space when I could not do anything, and said to myself, "It's okay, Apinya. Today was not the day. Tomorrow can be different. Do it one day at a time." And with all the things that I'm proud of, postpartum depression is the most proud that I have it to myself, that I conquer it. I like went through it. I strive. No, like I defeated, and I become such a different person because of that. Because of I take the challenge to my heart and deal with them, and I gain all of this strength and knowledge and love to myself and to people around me. And also I expand this calmness also toward my relationship with my daughter. And very interesting how it affect everybody else, just because of my personality change. Thank God for that. And thank God that Taya is actually 2 years old now. I am here enjoying her every minute, and she's just amazing. She dance and sing, like I can see every little bit of her awesomeness, and can tell myself, "Oh my God, you are here to see it. You are here to receive it. You are here to see she blossom." What do you think if you kill yourself then? What do you think? I mean, you're gonna miss all of this. The bright eyes, the big smile, and the way she tried to understand the word and the cuteness of it. And I don't want that to happen to any of the moms out there. You will regret you're gonna be a ghost and regret what you did. I know I will regret if I kill myself then. Because what I receive now as a mother is amazing, is magical, is miracle, is like the best gift ever. So please, mother out there, if you are dealing with postpartum depressions, take a deep breath. Give yourself the space between your thoughts and feel your heart. Find yourself into the place that you sit, like you watch a movie in the theater and you watch all these crazy thoughts running, happening right now within you, and you can watch them and know that, "Oh my God, my thoughts are crazy. What's happening?" And know that they have nothing to do with who you are. You are still the same person, the loving mother, the sweet person, that big beautiful smile is still there. You are not damaged. You are not failed. You are not dimming. You are still there. Work on the problem. Don't shame yourself. Deeper. Work on the challenge. Give yourself the times and the space to go through it. It will take some time for some of us, and it will not be easy. just like mine, but it's worth the work. I'm gonna close this chapter for these decades of my life, and I will see you in the next decades, in the next year, and I will welcome those decade and the year with my full open heart. I love you, Mom. Your job is not easy. I understand. We are here together. No matter what, don't give up on yourself and love yourself through this. I will be here answering your questions. If you have them, you can talk with me. Bye for now.